We made it to Kennedy Meadows.
26 and 27. Both cabins. 1 and 2 are available.
It is finally time to say goodbye to this lovely piece of garbage bear can. Now that we're in Kennedy Meadows, we get to get rid of this legally and send it back home.
Kennedy Meadows South. You left it already? Okay. Yeah. I thought it was earlier.
Come on! Out! Hey, open that door, please.
I have no idea, but it's been kind of a... There we go.
Bye, fella! It's been a nice 24 hours at Kennedy Meadows North, but we're about to take a shuttle back to Sonora Pass Trailhead and continue towards South Lake Tahoe.
And he had some whiskey that was just awesome. And I had 2 glasses of it before we went to dinner. I said, you know what, it's time to go to dinner because if I have one more, I ain't making it down there.
We are back at Sonora Pass. So our group of 4 has split up into 2 groups of 2 now. So back to our originals. I'm hiking with Mom still and Turtle and Zen. We're going to be hiking with each other now that we're out of all the snow and the high river crossings that we've been dealing with through Sequoia and Kings Canyon and Yosemite. And we're on our last 4-day stretch of the official High Sierra until we get to Lake Tahoe and we enter Northern California. Piece of a beehive in the middle of the trail. Almost to Noble Lake Pass, which is the saddle up there. On top of Noble Lake Pass. This is where we just came from. And here is where we're headed. It's starting to look a little bit more deserty again. It's pretty incredible the difference I can feel in my pack after dropping all my Sierra gear, like the Ice Axe, Micro Spikes, and most recently the Bear Can. I mean, that all added up to about 4 pounds or so, and my pack just feels incredibly different and so much nicer on my shoulders and my hips and my back. We're also going from like 120 mile stretches that we carry down to 75 miles, so that makes our load a lot lighter as well. So that means it's time to break our mileage record. So up to this point, our biggest day was 21.3 miles, and our smallest day I think was 2 miles coming out of Big Bear. So in the desert we were averaging probably about 19 miles a day, and in the Sierra that dropped to probably 16, 15 miles a day. But now that we have lighter packs, it's time to see how far we can push it. So today we're gonna try to do our first marathon day, 26.2 miles. We're on the final stretch to Carson Pass, which is right up there. On top of Carson Pass, and we had all these unexpected snowy traverses today. This is where we came from. And here's where we're heading. Man, I gotta get used to crossing trailheads and roads again. There it is! There's Lake Tahoe in the distance. Wait for it. Wait for it. 26.2 miles. I just walked my first marathon ever in about 10 hours.
Did we do a marathon?
You just walked your first marathon! Cheers!
You already have the whiskey.
There weren't any flat campsites for another half mile, so we actually ended up doing 26.7 today. There's a hot air balloon hovering over Lake Tahoe this morning. Good morning. My body is extremely tired and sore from yesterday's marathon. But because we pushed so hard yesterday, we're only 10 miles out of South Lake Tahoe, so we're gonna get into town before noon, a day early.
So I just arrived at Echo Summit Trailhead before Kyle, and there was a car, and I talked to the people. They were asking me a lot of questions about PCT and everything, and then it turned really weird, the conversation, and so they asked me if I want Jesus in my life, and they started praying for me, and they want to give me a Bible, which was really nice, but I couldn't take it because it's too heavy.
Crossing Interstate 50. So we've made it to Echo Lake, which means that we are officially done with the second section of the PCT, the High Sierra. And heading north, we're going to be going into the third section, Northern California. But first we're going to hitchhike into the town of South Lake Tahoe and take a zero.
There's a lake and beaches everywhere, which is nice. So,
Well, the guy who gave us a hitch into South Lake Tahoe, his car just broke down. So we're here at his mechanic shop and his boyfriend's picking us up and taking us the rest of the way. A little bit of a detour.
just Rain on Me. Right? Wait, this was the song that was playing. Wait, is this my phone? That's my phone. Okay, I was like, this is the song that was playing when I pulled up.
Well, we made it to Mellow Mountain Hostel and it's time to shower and head to the beach.